And let's begin straight away with what is happening. The UDA parliamentary group meeting, a press conference is currently underway. Deputy President William Ruto had already spoken. So crossover live and listening to what members of parliament allied to the DP are saying.
5. Enterprise over patronage. 6. Economic transformation of opportunistic constitutional amendment. I hereby call Honorable Mabonga to continue.
Focused on this new paradigm and through a bottom-up economic and governance model, it's possible to enable the over 15 million Kenyans at the bottom of the pyramid to be active and meaningful participants in the economy through deliberate, 1, public/private labor-intensive investment framework to create jobs. 2, financing instruments and mechanisms to spur, promote, and empower hustler enterprises such as Mama Mboka, hawkers, bodabodas, artisans, artists, among others. And then 3, facilitation and enhancement of productivity of farmers, pastoralists, fisher folk, and other actors within agriculture value chain. Number 4, implementation of manufacturing and industrial program that prioritizes cottage industries as a multiplier of national productivity. In the meantime, we will continue sponsoring and supporting people-centered legislation and policies that entrench the objectives of bottom-up economic and governance model, and we will also sensitize the public to remove what is in the heads of the majority. May I take this opportunity to invite the leader of majority, Hon. Adam Duale, the man of all seasons.
Thank you, Member for Bumura. It is our considered view that to open up the economy, and this is on COVID-19 pandemic, as the PG, we have deliberated the matter, and we are saying it is our considered view that to open up the economy and to facilitate economic activity among our people, especially for the millions of hustlers, it is imperative on the part of government to proactively and decisively deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. Currently, our country in the world is focused on the speedy mass vaccination of its population. We expect the Ministry of Health to, without any further delay, to roll out the vaccination of Kenyans with immediate effect, as earlier communicated by government and more so by His Excellency the President. Through mass vaccination, we can save lives and progressively reopen our community, our economy, the way it has been done in many other countries. That is the end of our statement from the parliamentary group. We had 135 members of parliament from both houses. 15 have sent their apologies. We have 2 of our governors, the governor for Turkana, Governor Nanok, and the governor for Nandi, His Excellency Governor Sang. And I think you have had what the PG has discussed. Any other question you want to ask, if it is not part of our statement, that means it was not an agenda and we will not discuss it. But I think, as the Deputy President has said, mine is to send a message to our competitors, because the election is about 1 year to come. They believe in constitutional reforms and constitutional change. We believe the priority is the economy, and more so the bottom-up economic model. They believe in ganging up and forming tribal chieftain. We believe in a unified, unitary state politics based on and space created for all Kenyans. They believe in sharing oppositions, and that's why you see each one of them. They have no agenda, they have no manifesto, they have no economic model. Some are saying, my business is to deny William Ruto the presidency. That is the agenda of one of the leaders. Another one is so busy with trying to revive NASA and Oka Kenya. So we're saying our manifesto, our agenda is very clear, and we want them also to put in place why the bottom-up model is not good for Kenya, but the trickle-down model that we have lived with since independence is better than what we have. So that should be the discussion. That should be the narrative. So we want the people of Kenya to choose between us and them based on very informed social, economic, political models. That's it, I think. If you have one or two questions, then before we leave. Yes, from KTN. And it should be something on this statement.
Thank you, and very good afternoon. Chris Tairo from KTN. Two questions. One, from your statement, you seem to be people who are not happy with the Jubilee Party that most of you members of parliament have voted in. And to an extent of the juniors going ahead, even frustrating the second person in command in the country. Then one would ask, why not call it a day and you all resign, and I can see you have a formidable team and go to the ground and
help you. Let me help you
for votes. Let me help you. The second question. The second question. I would like to know the issue to do with PEP, the People's Empowerment Party. There have been reports that there have been some wrangles between PEP and UDA, especially in the Mount Kenya region, and that's the reason why the Gatundu South Member of Parliament, Moses Kuri, is not around. Maybe you can confirm that.
I think the first one, let me tell you, the members sitting behind me are members of United Democratic Alliance. We are in Jubilee normally, but the current and the future party of ours is UDA. So any other party we will not discuss. And I think too, we will not discuss about the person and the institution of the deputy president. That was not part of our discussion as a people. Any other question? My friend from MTV.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Just before you ask, on PEP, the only member on PEP who is a hustler from the Hustler Nation is here and is part of our PG. And is here. Please.
Thank you so much, Seth Olale, NTV. Just to ask if UDA is working with its affiliates, TSP, Chama cha Kazi, and also you've said, leader of majority, you've said that, you know, you're either with us or not with us, but are you open as UDA now that you're going into a general election and we have a tradition of, you know, transfer of members of parliament and even politicians to other coalitions? Are you open to work with other coalitions such as OCA and the rest? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Olale. As has been communicated to you, that was not part of the discussion today. So, at an appropriate moment, when that becomes a subject of discussion in our PG, we will ably respond to what you have said. So please hold your horses. Any other question? Yes.
My question is about bottom up. Can you be able to emphasize? We know the numbers of the youth in this country, they have no job. Can you be able to emphasize how are you going to improve that economically?
Yeah, good question. Good question there. If amongst the 15 million people at the bottom of the pyramid is about 4 million jobless Kenyans. It is our considered position that through policy change in investments, by investing not in capital-intensive infrastructural programs, rather investing in labor-intensive infrastructural programs, for example, housing, cottage industry, agro-processing, value addition, informal manufacturing, we can create millions of jobs. I know the question many people ask, where are you going to find the money? Let me tell you, we didn't have to look for additional money for us to do the 10,000 kilometers of roads we've done. We changed the model of building roads. We didn't have to get more money to connect more people to electricity. And we have connected, now going to 8 million. We didn't have to get new money. We changed the model of connection. And that is why we are saying to fix this economy, using the same resources we have, by changing the model, we can create more jobs, we can create more enterprise, and we can get farmers and pastoralists supported to produce more. That is the bottom-up economic model. Yes, madam.
Jina langu ni Elizabeth Mutuku kutoka TV47. Kuna swala la safari yako ambayo ilikuwa ifanyike kule Uganda. Ningependa kusikia ni kipi kilitendeka, manake ukiangalia taifa la Uganda linasema halikuwa limearifiwa kuhusiana na hilo. Swala la pili, iwapo Jubilee, serikali ya Jubilee ilisambaratika, ni kwa nini mnaendelea kuwa ndani?
Asante sana. Jambo la kwanza, mambo yale umeguzia hayakuwa agenda ya mkutano huu, na hilo jambo tushalizungumzia, iko nyuma yetu. Sisi tunatizama tukienda mbele. Kwa swali lako la pili, sisi si waalikwa. We are not guests in any place. We join parties by choice, and you live by choice. So nobody should be bothered, and nobody should ask anybody why you are still here. This is a democratic country. So people make choices at the opportune moment when they think different choices are necessary. Thank you. One last more. Leto and yes, Sama Leto.
Okay, I'm Kaemba from Ebro TV.
Okay, Kaemba.
Yeah, my concern is about some of the issues being raised through the bottom-up approach. These are some of the issues maybe that can actually be implemented through some of your members of parliament, if they can actually come up with the legislative laws. Why is it taking long for some of the hustlers, for some of the MPs to actually work out issues affecting the hustlers currently? Because you understand, last time you said that some of the issues even being proposed in the BBI, your MPs can actually work on them currently.
I think if you read our statement, you will find the answer to your question. Bwana Kaemba. Yes.
I'm Stephen Leto from Citizen TV. Kenyans were yesterday taken aback when you opposed the the establishment of a 4 billion shillings security factory in the country. And one will ask, why would you oppose a security factory that intends to boost security in the country? Or another one would accuse you of trying to run away from either the failure or the achievements of the current regime of the Jubilee Party administration.
Since you were not in the room where I made that statement, maybe I would recommend that. I think it's available on YouTube. My statement of yesterday, Leto. And if you listen to what I said, it is not what you are saying. I neither opposed nor am I trying to run away from anything. So if you just look at it, it will answer your question. Yes, my good friend.
Jina langu ni
the last one.
Naitwa Chacha kutoka Switch TV. Na swali langu ni kwa Mkenya kawaida ambaye katika uongozi ambao umekuwa ukihudumu, swala la deni limekuwa tatizo ama changamoto. Je, bottom up approach itasuluhisha vipi swala la deni humu nchini?
Good question. You had a chance. Sorry. Thank you very much. Swala hilo la deni tumelizungumzia kwa kirefu kwamba njia ya kutatua tatizo kubwa la madeni katika taifa letu la Kenya ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunapanua na kuwawezesha wananchi wengi, hasa wale hawana kazi, wale biashara yao ni ndogo, na wale hawazalishi kilimo ya kutosha. Tukiwawezesha wale hawana kazi wapate kazi, wataanza kulipa ushuru wakipata kazi. Tukiwasaidia wale wa kufanya biashara, kuwapa mikopo yenye riba ya chini, biashara zao zitapanuka na zitainuka, wataanza kulipa ushuru. Wakulima pia watazalisha chakula ya kutosha, wapate ile wanaitwa surplus, waweze kuuza, ndio tuweze kupata ushuru. Hawa Wakenya wote karibu 5 milioni tukiwawezesha kujumuika na wengine katika uchumi wa Kenya, pia tutakuwa tumewaongeza walipa ushuru karibu 15 milioni, kuongezea wale walipa ushuru walioko sasa. Kumaanisha tutapata ushuru zaidi, na tukipata ushuru zaidi ama kodi zaidi, tutakuwa na uwezo wa kusimamia mambo yetu ya maendeleo na vile vile kugharamia kulipa madeni yetu, na vile vile tutaanza kupunguza na kuondoa baadaye completely kukopa madeni, kwa sababu tutakuwa na pesa ambayo sisi wenyewe kwa kuzalisha uchumi wetu kupitia hii bottom up model ambayo itawawezesha wale ambao hawana kazi wapate kazi, wale hawana biashara wafanye biashara, na wakulima wazalishe zaidi. Hiyo growth ya economy ndio itatusaidia kuwa na resources ya taxes nyingi, na itatuwezesha kuendesha serikali yetu bila ya kwenda kutafuta mikopo kutoka China na sehemu zingine. So bottom up holds the key to not only us creating jobs, creating enterprise and enabling our farmers, it also provides the key to us sorting out the big crisis of debt by making sure we have more Kenyans brought into the tax-paying bracket, because we have enabled either them to get jobs or their enterprises to grow or their productivity to improve. Mimi naona hata wewe umekubali.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
Let me introduce our 2 new members elected by the Hustler Movement Fraternity. We have George Koimbori our pioneer, huyu mungwana hapa, and we have the one and only John Njuguna.
Right, so that is Deputy President William Ruto right there with the members of Parliament, 130 of them, the UDA group parliamentary meeting, and just touching on some important things. One, talking about the bottom-up approach when it comes to how what his administration will do in case he wins the general election come next year. He's talking about opening the economy so that young people in this country and jobless Kenyans can get to earn a living as a way of raising taxes, of just the country collecting taxes to pay the country's debt, and also as a way of funding the budget of the country. Later on, we saw Garissa Member of Parliament, former Leader of Majority, Aden Duale, saying that the quest to change the constitution through the BBI is not for the country, but rather the people who are aiming at stopping the DP, from running for the top seat come next year. And then the other question that has been raised by members of the Fourth Estate who've been attending that press conference, which both Jubilee leaders have been reluctant to say, is whether they're ready to actually resign from the Jubilee party, go for a by-election, because they are affiliated to the UDA party. And my colleague Chris Thairi will be giving us more details for that, because he's